Welcome to Busy Brain Club, where thinking is free and we should do more of it. Even the brightest minds in the world get this wrong. They get it wrong because they don't dig deep enough to solve the problems. Perhaps because it's too difficult to think that deeply, or people don't like what they see when they do dig that deeply. It's kind of like that cipher situation, ignorance is bliss. We do it all the time in our everyday lives. When relationships go bad, we hold on longer than we should. Let's look at a tweet by Farzad Mazbahi. And he says, think of life as a game. The governments that oversee our regions are the referees. The populations are its players. When the referee isn't making fair calls, you would probably want to stop playing the game or fix the refereeing. What if you can't do either? You can't fix the game, you can't fix the referee. This is an analogy for many in America, in my opinion. There are folks that feel like they are playing a game that isn't fair. And for a while now, the system to fix the refereeing has been closed to impossible. It's the same referee over and over again. Nothing really changes. And what's worse is that to play a different game, either in a different state or a different country, it costs an arm and a leg and requires huge amounts of efforts. But people are tired, don't feel healthy, and are broke. What would you do in this situation? I'm guessing anger and despair would be quite common feeling. It seems like this is an overwhelming feeling in this country, and it is a core of what's driving so much of our division. What do you think? No, I responded, but let's see what others have responded. One guy responds, I would say that the obvious answer would be you get what you vote for. But even in this case, it doesn't matter anymore because outside, referees in quote, have a say as to how the game will be played. Do we all have to create a new game together? Maybe. Or do some referees need to stand up for the game they love so much? Probably. So he's trying to change the system. He's thinking maybe the system needs to be changed from within. And maybe the people who are enforcing the rules maybe should say, stop, this thing doesn't make any sense anymore. Another person replies, maybe AI will help us all learn and more easily participate in the government. I don't know how that's going to work. Next person replies, you are correct. Only the referees are actually the scorekeepers, the players, the rule writers, the team managers, and the ticket sellers. We are just spectators with no real control over the outcome of the game. So this person is pretty much giving up. And it's kind of like the existential crisis that I had when I believed the system is impossible to change. Next person replies, I don't think the division comes from the population. Somewhere in the stadium there's a bookie, this is interesting, with access to a megaphone. On one hand, he pays the referees to tilt the odds, and the other, as the players get tired of the referee's decision, he shouts that one of the players from the opposing team has made a foul, resulting in the players fighting each other instead of uniting against the referees. In this tweet, he's highlighting the fact that the people who can fix the situation don't intend to fix it. What they do, they encourage fighting amongst the people who are playing the game, which is us, the regular folks. Another person replies, someone said there's like 150 people that basically run the entire world. I think there's some truth to that. Perhaps. I don't know, because I'm nowhere near rich enough to know anyone in that circle. Another person writes, the issue in America is that the referees themselves have a biased referee. The federal cartel has hijacked the country. The cartel. The only option is to reduce the power of the federal government or continue to march to communism. We are already closer to socialism than capitalism as it stands now. Next person responds, control what? You can only control stack Bitcoin, and Tesla. Play your own game where you've thought of as the best outcomes to win. So basically, he actually suggests a solution that is not it's not bad, but at the same time, basically, he says we're on our own. That's his recommendation, but we're on our own. We just have to look out for ourselves, which is kind of true, but at the same time, we cannot fix the system if we don't unite. Anyways, so another person replies, dude, the public is changing the rules and the government isn't keeping up. Government legacy media are becoming less relevant. The fact that the government and media are cheating is a great indication of their desire to stay relevant. The government wanting to be the controllers of our lives is going to eventually destroy us. That went dark, laugh out loud. And finally, this person responds. He says, they are gaslighting both sides on purpose to divide us. That's what's driving our division. So a lot of smart people on Twitter, a lot of them are scratching the surface. One person did suggest a solution that I think is the way forward. At the same time, he's like, well, I'm just saying something. You're basically on your own. And unfortunately, that is the case for most people. As you can see from most of the responses, everyone can pretty much highlight the problem, and a few of them hint at possible solutions. But it doesn't go deep enough. This is my response. It's not the referees. They don't make the rules. They only enforce them. Lawmakers don't make laws if they are not elected to do so. Lawmakers can't get elected without money. And money is created where? We are just along for the ride. And this is me trying to get them to go levels deeper to find the source of the problem. It's pretty much similar to everyone's response, but I keep going deeper on purpose. And the deeper I go, I always boils down to the money. Who governs the money, how it's created, and how it's distributed in the economy, all of which are responsibilities of the bank. Now, if you ask yourself this question, if the bank is in charge of the rules that govern the money, and the people who own these banks also control most of the money, how do you expect a fair system to arise out of it? It can't, because the rules change based on how much money you have. Everything changes your access to health care, good legal representation, and influence. That goes to the highest level. You have the power to construct the world in any way you see fit once you have the money. And as the world is today, it is all broken, it's a mess, and the only way to fix it is to fix the rules of engagement, standardized methods of measuring efforts as human beings, value our resources, a system that it doesn't matter how much money you have, you cannot change the rules. Hint, hint. The only system like that has ever existed is Bitcoin. We were given a gift by Satoshi Nakamoto, a gift for the future of humanity, to access global markets without restrictions. It is not governed by someone. No government can turn it off. Bitcoin will be instrumental in saving humanity, I believe, from what seems to be a dystopian future if we let the current system exist. I believe in my heart that this is our future. And this channel is to share and encourage the use of Bitcoin and the Lightning Network to transition to that future. The beginning of this journey is to get everyone to have a Bitcoin address and a Lightning address. Everyone should have a Bitcoin address and a Lightning address. In subsequent videos, I will share suggestions on mobile wallets for Bitcoin and simpler ways of looking at the whole financial system, because this thing can get really confusing. If you enjoy these videos and you want to continue watching, please consider subscribing and liking the video. Below you'll have ways to support the channel via Cash App, I forget some of the ways, but most importantly the Lightning Network, which is the future payment system for the world. I'll see you in the next video.